the morning to find something to watch. Wandering my plants and checking on my crimes. Not enough love, not enough love in the world. Not enough love, not enough love in the world.
The Greenhouse with Goodness and Vic.
What up? Welcome to the Greenhouse Season 2.
The future.
The future. Yo, back to the future. We came here in our DeLorean. This fool's in Canada right now. I'm in Switzerland. No, but
Yeah.
on the real, thank you all for tuning on.
You're on the real. He's in K-Town and I'm in Santa Fe Springs.
Hey, exposed. Yo, my name is Vic. This right
Oh,
here-
Goodness.
Goodness.
Yes, sir.
And
You
we're
know who
here-
I am.
Yeah, come on. You know who I am. You kidding me?
Yo. And then look at, man, since the last episode, look what happened, man. We champions, bro.
We're champions.
We called it, yo. We called it.
Yo, a lot has happened since the last episode of the Greenhouse. In all honesty, man, we thought that was gonna be the last episode of anything.
Oh, man.
We were like prepped for the end of the world, basically. We pretty much finished our last season basically recapping how much of a shit show 2020 was.
What
and
the
being
hell?
like, it can't get worse from here.
Damn. And oh, my God, man. It's been hard, bro. It's been hard. Yo, man. But we're here, man. We lived another day, bro. We can't say that about a lot of people.
I know, RIP, really, like so much love to all the people who have lost folks to COVID. All the folks who's have had their lives shaken up. It's been a wild ride. So, so much love from the Greenhouse, from Goodness and Vic here.
Man, condolences to everybody. You know what I mean? So many people, so many artists, so many families, friends got wiped out, and everybody's doing the whole vaccine. The whole things are coming down. Hey, man, let's pray for the best. But we're here.
We're here, man, and we're here almost a year later. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that such a wild concept? We started the Greenhouse at the beginning of quarantine, and now we are a year into quarantine.
God bless us, man.
I mean, you remember when we were talking about this stuff and we were thinking, who knows how long it's gonna be?
Yeah.
Couple weeks, couple months. Nah, dude, we're here and it's been a year. It's been a year since we've been in quarantine, but we're staying as safe as possible. As you can tell, we got a new format for the Greenhouse. We got a new format for our whole season 2 rollout, which is full of amazing artists. Trying to keep everything as safe as possible until everyone gets that sweet vacky. And we can kind of see each other and hug each other and be around each other safely again without being irresponsible. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited though, man. I'm so excited. I mean, season 1 was some fire. Season 2 is straight, just Tokyo Drift, Too Fast, Too Furious fire. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole nother different type of fire. It's a different flavor. Of fire.
So many people came to bless, and then the way we did it too was so gangster, and the fact that we had so many people do it and we did it in a safe way.
Yep.
Man, it's gonna be awesome. Stay feeling better. Bigger, better, stranger, the future.
That's actually the tagline now. Bigger, better, stranger. Yo, well, we got a lot of artists that we're going to be talking to. These new episodes are going to be featuring 2 artists, which we highlight every week. You're catching this episode at the top of the week. We're going to be featuring both interviews and the performances of the artists. In this episode, you get the first look. But be sure to follow us on all social media at H2O The Plants. Keep up with us. Also, be sure to go to the website and cop some sweet, beautiful merch. We got some beautiful stuff coming out, and we got some more stuff coming out soon. It's all blessings here. It's all big things, right? We're doing some big things here. That's for sure.
Most definitely. And like I said, once again, salute to all the artists that showed up and represented. And man, made some beautiful relationships. And we're watering the plants, and we keep growing here. There you go. Thanks to Vic and everybody in the staff, everybody killed it here. Adan, everybody, we're back. Miyagi, Gus, Kate, everybody that was involved. Let's go. We're ready to go.
Magic happen. All right, y'all. Well, up next, be sure to stay tuned because up next, we got an interview with DeFalco, which is probably the coolest name ever. And he's going to be talking about his performance of 9801 Mini Mix, this acid trip like journey, this musical roller coaster of emotions that's just amazing, out of this world. And then after that, we're going to be coming back talking to Judah One for his performance of God as a Sound Part 2, this amazing spoken word poem. And then at the end, as always, we got our beautiful This Dick of the Week highlighting.
You thought we weren't going to do that? You thought we weren't going to do that? Come on.
Bro, there's a lot of dicks that we got to talk about here.
What?
Stay tuned.
All right.
Coming up next, interview with DeFalco, followed by performance. My name is Vic.
Yo, this is the Greenhouse, and I am goodness.
Let's go. Yo, that's such a good background.
Hey.
Yo. Hey, you look like you're in another dimension right now.
DeFalco.
That's tight. That's so tight. What up, man? Thank you for taking the time to talk with us for a quick minute. How you doing?
Doing good. How are you guys?
Great, man.
Good, bro. Good.
We were just. What was that?
You guys can hear me okay?
Yep. Can you hear us?
Yep. Cool.
Tight.
Fresh.
Yeah, man. You are the first interview for what we're doing is this new format. So I want to start off by saying I apologize for any technical difficulties. That is inevitably going to happen with two tortas on one line. Two tortas, one line.
This is a party line. Let's go, party line.
Party line. Hey, secret room, 361, 361. All right, man. Well, like I said, we're going to keep this pretty quick.
Should have random girls call up.
Oh no.
Hey, DeFalco, I had a quick question for you.
562 in the house.
All right. Well, first and foremost, man, thank you so much for taking the time. DeFalco came through. You came through with some amazing beats.
Yep.
I mean, like mix EDM stuff. I don't even want to say the wrong thing. So give us a little bit of history about who you are, what you do, and what you're all about.
Well, first of all, thank you. And thanks for having me too. I make music. I don't know. It's weird because some people, well, I guess I should say first I'm DeFalco, but yeah, you'll have like electronic people describing my music as like more like hip hop, and you'll have hip hop people describing my music more as electronic. So I'm guessing that means it's some kind of hybrid in between somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't really aim for any specific genre or style particularly. I just kind of make whatever I think sounds cool, unless I'm like producing for someone. In that case, then it's whatever they're wanting, if they want a hip-hop beat or something like that. But yeah, I've been making music for a while now. I got pretty serious about it, I'd say like near the end of 2012, and I've just been doing it consistently since then. The set that I did for you guys was one of my more live sets that's using my native instruments. It's called Machine. And using that and Ableton. Huh?
Machine with an S?
Yeah, Machine with an S. I don't know if it's supposed to be German or something maybe, or
Yeah.
yeah.
No, that was dope. That was a dope performance. It reminded me like you were doing like a DJ set, like in a small rave or something. I was like it brought me back to like the 90s.
Hey, thank you.
Goodness, dead ass had like flashbacks of just
bro.
on
Like
Molly in the rave.
Dude, Molly didn't even exist. My back cracked, and I had I was like candy flipping with some mushrooms and some ecstasy, just all like whoa, like yeah, it was dope. I was feeling that. I mean, do you have any influences like that, or like do you listen to a lot of electronic music? Because I mean, it was very like Chemical Brothers. I don't know if those were your beats, or
yeah,
you were just.
Everything I played was my original music. Yeah, I mean, I'm influenced by a little bit of everything pretty much. So all different styles, all different genres. Definitely a lot of electronic music. I mean, yeah, like to be honest with you, this might sound kind of cliche, but like the guy that kind of got me like most interested in getting into electronic music was probably Skrillex. Like when I first heard Skrillex's music, I was like, dang, how is he making this? Like, this is crazy. And so that made me want to get into producing myself.
Did you like his hardcore music?
Yeah. I mean,
That's a no.
Hey
you
man,
mean,
I
like-
grew up on that shit, dude. Like I grew up on like Rodney Core and like DJ Tron and like Gabber music, some like German like hardcore music, like and just speaker freak, like
yeah. So you mean the stuff he was producing right before, like Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites, or do you mean the stuff like his hardcore band, like from first to last, or
like his hardcore band, like from
his
Oh, yeah.
hardcore band, yeah.
I have both the studio albums that he was a part of.
tight.
So,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm an OG little hardcore Mexican from the San Gabriel Valley, so I'm just kind of like,
Hey.
Over the head.
Uh,
Over the head.
Well, so just to like break it down for people who have not, don't get all these references, don't really know necessarily what we're talking about. You come in and you start with like more, I want to say this, and like I said, if I'm saying anything wrong, you can tell me to shut up, but like kind of more poppy, more light sounding, and then you go straight into what is like heavy dubstep-ish, right? And like have a huge kind of switch. And that's amazing because like you had mentioned in your intro, like your influences, your the way that you lead your genre isn't necessarily by genre, the way you lead your sound specifically. So, as you were making your sets and you're going through that, how do you kind of formulate that in your head? Do you think of it as like a story? Is there kind of an end, middle, and beginning, or does it just kind of come together another way?
It's partially a story, a little bit, a very like ambiguous one. I mean, nothing really specific, but it's also a lot to do with just me trying to line up different keys and tempos and things like that. I always want, when I perform a set, I always want the music to at least feel like throughout the set it's getting a little bit like faster and faster over time. I don't ever want to get to a point where I switch to a different song and then it feels like the tempo got like way slower and the energy is like lost. I wanted to just feel like I'm constantly building energy throughout the set. So that's part of it too. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was an acid trip for sure, bro. It was definitely an acid trip.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, man. Just having these flashbacks of being.
Dude, I'm an old man, bro. Like the only time it got wilder than the time when I was around those raves was like the 70s, like Woodstock. You know what I mean?
That's because everyone was on multitudes of acid.
It was pure love, man. It was pure love, man.
Must have been crazy.
Yo, it was great. It was great though. But I want a quick question, real quick. This is a segment that I'm trying to work into. The show is like, who's the most funkiest white boy, that ever existed? For you, like, who's the funkiest white boy, that you know?
That I know personally, or
no, that you admire as a musician, like a producer, singer, songwriter, DJ.
it's like just like of all time, or like
of all time, dude. Like like
right now.
Michael McDonald or
funky white boy. Are we talking young funky white boy? Give me some.
Steely Dan or Michael McDonald. Like
those are some good ones.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Like
Michael McDonald, he goes hard.
He right?
Yeah.
There's no wrong answers except there's one wrong answer.
No. I just want to see where he's coming from, yo. I want to see where he's coming from.
Dang. I mean, it's hard to pick because I mean, like, you could go back to like, if you mean like, well, yeah, like what you mentioned, I would say, yeah, Michael McDonald and Doobie Brothers, like that. That's a good example. What came to mind first when you said that was actually Frank Zappa. I don't know if that's a weird answer, but like was like
great answer.
That's what popped into my head first. But then also like I was thinking about really like.
But he was Mexican, wasn't he? Mexican?
I think he's Italian or something.
Oh, right? Italian. Okay.
I mean, back in the 80s, it was all the same thing, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
Deadass. Everyone was just like, "Oh, Italian? You're playing the Mexican?"
Yeah. No, it's the other way around. Yeah, exactly.
I was thinking of like like a modern influence of mine too that's going really hard right now is Dylan Brady. I don't know if you guys have heard of him.
Ooh, yeah.
He's part of 100 Gex.
I just heard of them this week. That's awesome.
Yeah, Dylan Brady he's a really funky white boy too. So
yeah. Like we gotta do like some things for that. Like maybe I should switch it up to versus. All right, Michael McDonald or Steely Dan.
Yo.
You choose. There you go. How about that? That's a new segment. Is that? Tell me, this is the first one we do, so I got to come up with segments. You know what I mean?
I got
So
you.
there-
I got one. I got one. Bobby Caldwell versus Bobby Caldwell. Who wins? I think Bobby Caldwell is the most funky white person in the world. And then to the point where when I found out he was white, I low key had like an identity crisis. Are you
I could see
kidding
that.
me? That's awesome, man. Well, once again, man, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. For everyone watching, be sure to stay tuned because right after this interview, we're going to go through and we're going to watch 9801 Mini Mix. I don't know if that's just a name you threw together, but
No, that's perfect. Yeah.
awesome.
That's my album's called 9801. So then, yeah, that's like
perfect.
the mix of those.
It's like the expedited trip.
Yep, exactly.
Let me ask one question though, yo.
Mhm.
DeFalco, how'd you come up with that name, man? I'm telling you that. That's like ill name.
Falcon Smash. Falcon.
There's actually a little bit of a story to it. So, well, I mean, it's just actually part of my actual name. It's kind of crazy because I was born with that DeFalco as my last name, but then it kind of gets kind of deep. But basically, long story short, my original last name was DeFalco. My biological father, unfortunately, when my mom was still pregnant with me, he got killed in a car accident. He was on his way to work and got hit head on and by a drunk driver that swerved into his lane. And so yeah, I guess trying to keep the long story short, so basically my mom got really lucky, and years later she fell in love again, and that guy became my new dad. So I got a new last name, but my mom wanted me to still keep my DeFalco name as part of my name. So now that's just part of my middle name.
The prodigal son.
Yo,
But I still want to use it as my name
and
to represent.
DeFalco's such a hard name.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like
Sorry.
that's such a hard name. That's tight, man. Well, real quick before we go into the performance that everyone can watch, where can everyone find you? What drop the links, drop what's coming up, drop what people can keep an eye out for on your end. Oh
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, anywhere you want to look for me, just search DeFalco Music, DeFalco Music. That's I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, Facebook, everything like that. I put my Linktree link up everywhere, so you can whatever you find me on, you can find everything else on there. And I'm on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, everything. So yeah, thanks for letting me plug that. And yeah, I'm always releasing new music, so feel free to check it out. Thank you.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Till next time.
Oh, wait up. They got to check out this. Check out the wait. Check it out.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Good. How
Peace,
you
peace,
doing?
peace, peace.
Can you hear us all right?
I can indeed.
Awesome. Yo, hey, so good to be connected, man. So good. Thank you so much for taking the time. We appreciate it so much.
No doubt, man. Thank you, guys.
Of course, of course. Well, we won't take up too much of your time. We just got a couple questions. Want to talk to you for a quick minute. The format is basically we're gonna do a quick interview with you, max 5 minutes or so, and then we're gonna cut into your performance on the full episode, and you'll have all this ready on your end to promote too.
All right, let me see here. There, that's better.
There you go.
Cool. All right.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, Judah 1, man. All right, let me start off by saying, so Judah 1 performed God is a Sound Part 2. Thank you so much again for joining us, man.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt, man. Thank you.
I have like a history with spoken word and slam, and so seeing this performance was so invigorating. I mean, just like amazing to see. One, the craft is like more than alive and kicking, but also two, in general, like how you're able to really navigate these different kind of emotions and fields. So for everyone who's out there watching, who have no idea what I'm talking about, tell us a bit more about yourself, about your art, and about this specific piece.
Oh, damn. So about myself, well, I am Judah 1, the first poet laureate of Pomona, California. Currently, I am sitting as a top poet in Pomona. I teach for the Prison Education Project. I was doing that in 2011, 2014. So Chino Men's Prison, Chino Women's Prison, Norco Rehabilitation Center for Men. Before COVID, I was going behind bars and teaching these men and women, you know what I mean, poetry. Currently an art consultant for the Ontario Montclair School District. Been doing that 10 years, teaching kindergartners through 8th grade, ensuring that we got the next 2 or 3 generations of writers, poets, speakers, singers, thinkers coming up, you know what I mean, that they're not just going to be dummies to the system. And the school is allowing us to step in and do that. And that's been awesome the last 10 years. Man, I owned an art gallery in downtown Pomona for 4 years. It was called Machine Pomona, 2011, 2014. We had capoeira, Angola. We had clothing, jewelry, had big art shows, and lots of classes, man. It was a very enlightened spot, which is opened a lot of doors for me, having that space more than anything else. I'm an author of 2 books. I've toured. I'm a national slam coach for poetry. I sent the first 2 teams to represent Pomona and IE to the National Poetry Slam in 2010. Those same poets that I coached came back with 2nd in the nation. We did very well. I host Lion Like Mind State, which is Pomona and the IE's right now the largest poetry venue going on. We're at the Fairplex, at the Pomona Fairplex. We put on a free show. You can bring your kids if you got some kids. We have free workshops for them too, so the whole family can get an art night and a date night and go home and go to sleep. And I enjoy doing that. And I'm an inspector for construction during the day, so I don't still just do art or teach or whatever. I still make sure that I can feed my family consistently. So I'm an instructor for construction, and that's how it goes down. Inspector for construction, if I said that incorrect.
That was all flex, subtle flex. That's amazing, bro.
Yo, hey! I just now, yesterday, just got on the board for the Pomona chapter of the Black Chamber of Commerce. I'm the chairman of arts, and there's a couple other hats that I wear, but that's enough.
Go. That's called excellence right there. I love that.
Does this guy even sleep?
For real?
I wake up at 4 o'clock every day, but a lot of these things, I don't have to do them every day. It's an hour here or hour there, and it's a lot easier now that everything is on Zoom. But even when it's not, it's a lot more cumbersome. But a lot of these things I'm able to at least plan or do half of them while I'm at work. Because while I'm an inspector, I'm just watching. So I'm able to do other things. And so while I have that time, I do those other things. I double my time.
P-Town, man. Yo, man, I gotta see. I mean, I'm born and raised in Southern California. I grew up in La Puente, Hacienda Heights, and I stomped the Pomona grounds for many years. You know what I mean? So, the fact that you're doing what you're doing is such a blessing. And I gotta, not only thank you for rocking with us, but thank you for what you do in general. Because Pomona is a tough town, and
Indeed, sure can be.
And we need to balance it out with some love and some light. And you're the light, and I see it. And I'm really blessed to have you walk through these halls and bless us with your abilities and your art, and to find out you're doing all this other stuff, man. Keeping that stuff up, trying to keep a show live in Pomona is just hard work, yo. Like, people do not care, you know what I mean? And
Indeed.
And to gather 20 or 30 or more in Pomona on some positive shit,
right?
Woo! It's a miracle. But when you see it, it's like oh my God, it's the real rawest, purest funk. And yo, man, I'm telling you, I'm 2099 Pomona, like, like open mic and dim lights, and
that's where I started. That's when I started.
You know what I mean? And what's the other foundation of MC
Foundation Fun Collective?
Yeah, I mean, we used to do third place on Friday nights at Taconazo on second.
Okay.
So that's, I mean, awesome, that's old school shit. You know what I mean?
It's a lot of beautiful work you're doing, and just as Omar said, as Goodness said, like, a big thanks, because it's important work. You know what I'm saying?
But that you don't understand, like, the power, yo. It's like it's like you have to be there, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
So respect this guy and support everything he does, bro, because 100%. He doesn't have to do this shit. He does it because he loves it, and he's trying to inspire when people are not trying to inspire right now, bro. People are just trying to copy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So tell us a bit more about God Is a Sound Part 2, and tell us it's Part 2. So what's the story of Part 1 as well?
Oh man. Well, when I owned Machine Pomona, my art gallery, I've always been a very, very spiritual cat. Monotheism, really, like Judaism, Christianity, Islam, Rastafarianism. Then I started learning, like, the basis of a lot of things. Well, there's like a law of attraction with that knowledge, man. So, like, 5%ers were coming through, and Masons were coming through, and Rosicrucians were coming through, and they look in my back room, and my back room was a second gallery, but was also my library. So they went through and they saw my books, and who the hell is here? Who is this dude that's here? And so they taught me a lot of things as well. And so I had already written God Is a Sound 1, and that was just about, you ask a lot of people, and they think, what is God? And they say God is light. Well, light has a source. Like, light is emanating from somewhere, so it cannot be light. Like, that's the second nature of it. There's a first nature, and that it might even be black or black hole, but it's beyond the light. It's the source of the light. And then After One had came through. Maybe you guys have heard of the producer After One. He came through Machine, and he was playing live, and he played his song. What's the song? Anyway, he played a song, man, and the tones in there are just beautiful. And the first time I heard it, I just started saying what God Is a Sound Part 2 became. It came out of a lot of meditation and things, and that's what the poem is about. Meditation and coming out, and learning things, and sometimes maybe learning things you felt like you shouldn't have learned, and then trying to cleanse from that. So that's what that poem is about. That's what that poem is about.
I love that. That's so important, because it's the stripping away that can help you grow, right?
Absolutely. It's alchemy.
Release. 100%.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I mean, it's a powerful piece. It's something.
It was
yeah.
It was like some Saul Williams shit, It was like,
I thought you were about to say it's amazing. I was like, don't do that. No,
man, that shit was dope, bro. Like,
it was out of this world, man. It was out of this world.
Thank you.
I mean, thank you so much for taking the time, for talking with us, for just kind of breaking it down for us. Before we go, and once again, stay tuned, because the performance is going to come right after this for everyone watching. Before we go, tell us about where people can find you, what to look out for, if there's anything coming up, on the pipeline for you.
Oh man, there's been, thanks, Vic. There's so much good coming, and there's so much good that's already here and has been done. So give thanks for it. But yeah, I just dropped a project like literally like 2 weeks ago. It's called The Thought Scriptures. You can get it anywhere where digital music is. Just type my name in, Judah One, Judah like in the Bible, JUDAH. The number one, never the word one, the number one, Judah One, like right there. And the album's called The Thought Scriptures. I got another record coming. Haven't really decided on a name yet. I got 2 books out. You can find me, man. You look at my website, The Art of David Judah, right there, theartofdavidjudah.com. And also my poetry venue, Lion Like Mind State, lionlikemindState.com. I make my own clothes. That's a chest piece that was made for me. That's a lion-like piece. There's a whole bunch of things that we do. Catch up with us, man, because it seems like COVID is ending. So that means we will be back at the Fairplex. We will be back providing art events and things for the community. Even on my birthday, man, on my birthday every year, I throw a big artist picnic. I get a jumper and we get barbecue and catering. And I just want us and our kids to know each other, us and our kids to come up with the art. I think it's important not only that they see us do art, but they see us being a community, you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, dad does art with these people, and not just, oh yeah, dad does art and he goes away and then he comes back. No, it's important for our kids to know who we're with. You know what I mean? I think that's great. We all got some gray here, I see. So hopefully y'all can feel me on that. And
for sure.
But yeah, that's where you can find me, man. I ain't gonna start preaching.
That's blessing.
The art of DavidJudah.com and lionlikemindState.com. Peace.
Respect this dude right here, man. Judah One, respect this guy.
Peace.
Respect him. Respect the craft. Respect it all.
Stay tuned. Thank you. Judah One, God is a Sound Part 2. Thank you so much for being with us again, man. We appreciate you.
All right, y'all. Bless. Thank you very much.
All right. Peace.
Salute.
Cool.
Adios. Thank you guys very much.
Radiated the light. Darkness responded in self-manifestation. Radiated the light. In shame the shadows hid themselves, manifested as shells more hollow. Nothing moved until the sound came. All froze when the word danced. Look past me in ecstasy. See the sound within, says Shiva. God in motion is God at rest, old science say. It just is. Separation of states as prisms and planes came after Eden. Before death was necessary for living. We are what we eat. We dead already. The kingdom of God is on earth, he said. It is all around, but we perceive it not. It too, he said. We heard everything else is static in motion. We assume rightness from all angles left behind by the rapture in a time distant to now. If we had waited, blue jeans would gray over many summers. If we had waited, we might have faded too. There was a bell that sounded before once, only it rang and then became now. Every echo an eon. Every moment vibrates into more moments. If you look at a thing long enough, that's stagnant. It moves like mirages do, as light pulsates, as sound travels. Ether is no mystery. We are held by it as is all of space. Dark matter, the science say. God as elements say more ancients. The sound that bonds composure and orchestra. Outside body within the instruments. Heaven is this, when we control ourselves.
right, y'all. Thank y'all
It's about that time.
Let's go. Thank you for sticking with us this long. We got, like I said, an amazing slew of artists that are going to be coming through. Thank you so much to DeFalco. Thank you so much to Judah One. Be sure to check out their videos, watch them over and over and over again, support them. We got a bunch of amazing artists who are going to be coming through, more to come soon. But before we wrap up this episode, it's about that time.
Yes, about that time. You thought we weren't gonna do it?
You thought we were going to do it? What's wrong with you?
They thought that we were gonna do it.
You didn't think we were going to do it?
Yeah.
It's time for
This dick of the week.
Yo, that's much harder to do.
Okay.
Not in person.
How about you go? How about you? Oh, I know. How about you get the dick? Just kidding.
All right. We're keeping all this in. This dick of the week. Y'all know we getting them stimulus checks. They've been passed, they've been signed, they've been stamped, and then been sealed. But it was not an easy process. This dick of the week is Republican Senator Ron Johnson.
Ron motherfucking Johnson.
Throw out the whole fact that he's even a Republican. This guy's just a dick. Just one massive flaccid dick who's just this guy straight up forced Senate to read all 628 pages of the COVID bill out loud.
You know what? It's what a dick, because like it's like, you know, people are over here, you know, they need money, and like they're like, everybody's like, yo, sign it, yo, like I want my money, I'm gonna get my money, but wait one minute. Wait a minute. It's like your mom. She's like, okay, but did you take out the trash?
Literally, you're about to go out. You're out the door. You're out the door with the keys.
My dad used to do that shit. I'd be all dressed up, ready to go. I'm fucking gonna walk to the mall. I'm like 10, 12, 13 years old, whatever. My friends go fucking chill out. I'm walking out the door. My dad would be like, "Que chingados, ¿dónde vas? Get over here. We're gonna move all these fucking cement blocks like to the backyard. Your friends either can help you or you'll meet up with them later."
Yo, this guy's straight up that kid in the classroom when the class is done. It's, you know, class ends at 10 a.m. It's 9:58 a.m. And the teacher asks, all right, anyone got any last comments, questions, things they want to bring up? And this kid's like, yeah, I'd like to read the entire 4th chapter of Infinite Jest together just to make sure that we all understand.
This dick.
What a dick. And he says that because he says that it's because people should be educated about the bill. If you want to read the bill, read it on your own time. Like, people are dying, bro. People are dying. People don't have homes. The longer we don't have some money, I mean, not even talking about the fact that it's $1,400 for, you know, total of, what is it, $2,000, $1,200, $3,200 for the last year of people not having jobs, losing homes, all these different things happening. And this guy wants to sit down and have story time on the Senate grounds. Like, what the actual fuck, man? I don't understand. I don't get it. So this dick of the week, Senator Ron Johnson, you're a dick. Don't like you. That was a horrible move. But
1,400 is not enough.
It's not enough. It's not enough. But something is better than nothing for now. We can fight more battles later because it sounds like we're gonna have to.
Ron Johnson.
Was that your Trump impersonation?
Yeah, like his name even sounds dicky. Like, yo, like fucking Ron. That's Ron Johnson.
Got it.
Who?
You saw that shit that Ron pulled today?
Who? Johnson?
Yo, I mean, at the end of the day, because we like to end on a positive note, right? We like to greenhouse, all about good vibes, all about water the plants, all about growing.
Mm-hmm. It's just something funny we do, you know. It's humor. Line up.
It's funny. The stimulus package has been, you know, it's been passed. So let's hope that everyone gets that nice, sweet direct deposit over this weekend. And you can go and buy your grandma, grandpa, mama, uncle, father, sister, cousin, brother, sister, whatever you want to call it, whoever, your loved one, some flowers, because we're here about watering the plants.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you all so much for tuning on in.
1,400.
Vic.
And I am Goodness.
And this is the Greenhouse. Catch us next week. Be sure to check us out. Follow us on all socials at H2O The Plants. Until then, keep growing.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep growing. Yeah.